I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Hey again. Okay, I got my first video question from Scotty Animation, so I'm going to get to him because I'm really glad to be interacting with somebody on a face-to-face basis. So let's look at his video here.
Hello, Jerry. I think that's your name. My name's Scotty. Good to meet you. I like how you attack problems and was curious about your educational background. For the sake of your privacy, a generalized version would be sufficient. I myself haven't had much education. I tend to only learn things that I can put into practical applications.
Okay, my educational background. Let's see, graduated from high school, then I went to the University of California, Berkeley, studying physics. I did that for 2 years before I went to my original first passion, which was illustration and design. So then I transferred to the Academy of Art and finished my education there. So I only have a limited amount of formal scientific training, but since then I have continuously updated my personal research and my education just as a educated layman. I think it's kind of my duty to try to keep up with my own personal education, continuing my understanding of math, scientific principles, critical thinking, logic, physics, evolutionary theory, astronomy, cosmology. Those are my interests. So I've kept that up on a personal basis through reading of research articles, just modern publications. So that's where my formal education and personal education comes from. Let's see. Let's have him go on here.
Question number one, you describe yourself as an atheist. From my limited knowledge, this means different things to different people. Can you please elaborate on your definition?
Okay, I've done this on a previous video, but since he did a video question, I want to make sure I talk to him directly on this. Yeah, I describe myself as an atheist, and people do have different opinions on what that means. And my opinion on what that means and how I assess myself changes depending on how one defines the God that they're talking about. I do not, my atheism means I do not believe in the existence of a God. That might be because I directly reject a particular theory about a particular God, or that I actively just don't believe in a particular type of God. So, for example, you have known aspects of God. The Bible's God, Thor, Ra, Zeus, these classic gods that we have stories of and that are very material and very interactive with the universe. They're there for the creation. They interact with the lives of human beings. This aspect of God, I think, is a very knowable and measurable thing. And if they were to exist, we would be able to find it, and we would be able to prove it. So when it comes to things like the God of the Bible, I am an active, non-believing atheist in that I directly believe that the God of the Bible does not exist. Now, because there's no evidence of it, and as it is shown is directly contradictory to what we know to be the universe and the way things work. Now, one could say that, well, the people who made the Bible didn't describe it right, and so that's their fault. Well, I can't do anything about that. I'm talking about the Bible as it describes God. I believe that God does not exist. Not only do I not believe it, I believe actively that it does not exist. But then there's other aspects of God, like, let's say, the prime mover aspect of God, or the beginner that then separates himself or itself from the universe and never interacts with it again. And that is something that I see as really kind of non-testable, non-interactable, and unknowable. So I'm more of a classic agnostic when it comes to that, in that I don't believe that's even knowable. It's so separate from us. So I don't believe it's knowable. But I still actively don't believe it, because if you can't know it, why would you believe it? So technically I'm still atheistic about it, but I'm also agnostic. And then there's the more vague, broader type of aspect description of God, which is like the laws of the universe are God. The all accompanying multiverse is God, and that doesn't even sound like God to me. For me, a God has to have some type of agency, some type of intelligence, some type of intent. And just grouping the laws of the universe and calling that God, uh, you can do that if you want, but I don't need to buy into that definition of God. That doesn't fit a definition of God to me at all. So I'm completely away from it, separate from it altogether.
Question number 2. I get the impression that you're some sort of scientist, or at least someone that seeks knowledge in order to better understand and thus control your environment.
Yeah, that's the second part is the best description. I'm not a scientist. I've never claimed to be a scientist. I'm a scientifically minded person, an educated layman. I've done a lot of scientific studying and a lot of education in my younger days. But since then, I have just been self-educating myself and especially assessing my own thought process. So yes, I seeks knowledge in order to better understand the universe and control my environment is closer. Not so much control my environment, but control the nature of my thought process would be the better description.
Can you see an intelligent design beyond random chance or evolved solutions to challenges that the natural universe or multiverse finds itself facing? And wouldn't evolved solutions constitute intelligence?
Let's see. Beyond random chance and evolved solutions. Not beyond evolved solutions. Random chance, I don't believe is the way the universe actually works. And at least when it comes to evolution and things like that, that is not how evolutionary theory works. It's not about random chance. But evolved solutions does work for that. So intelligent design beyond evolved solutions, no. At least not as the intelligent design community likes to call intelligence. It says, wouldn't evolved solutions constitute intelligence? Not to me. Because evolved solutions, for it to be intelligence, there has to be an assessment of the problem, and the solution needs to be developed specifically for that problem. When it comes to evolved solutions, when it comes to evolutionary design, the problem is survival. The problem is propagation of the population. So that's the problem, survival. The solution is whatever causes survival to continue. There's no necessary intent on a particular development in order to continue that solution. The solution is what those who survive at the end, they obviously had the solution. So it's not, it's an evolved solution, not an intended solution. If evolution worked in such a way where a populace or creature was in an environment, they had a particular problem. There was a particular toxin, there's a particular predator that was diminishing the population, and there was some type of intelligent assessment of that and said, okay, what we need is we need to have an enzyme in our body to make sure that toxin doesn't kill us, or we need to have a way of repelling a predator to make sure it doesn't continue to eat us. Then that would be an intelligent type of evolved solution. But that's not how it happens. Creatures continue to be born to come about that don't have any solutions, that get eaten by whatever it is, or they die from whatever toxin, and they are left from the populace. But eventually, if things work out, there are some creatures who are resistant to that toxin, or resistant, or have a way of getting away from that predator, and they are the evolved solution. But they were not the intent. Whatever aspect, whatever characteristic they have wasn't intended from the start. It just happened, and these are the populace that survive. So evolved solutions are not necessarily not intended solutions. They are solutions by default. So there's no real intelligence there when it comes to an evolved solution.
One more thing, if I'm not mistaken, in the past you've mentioned something about doing critical thinking videos. I think that's an excellent idea and I hope you do so. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to your response. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Scotty. Yes, I do still intend on doing critical thinking videos. It's a matter of time for me, and also maybe, I don't know, maybe ego involved in it. I don't want to do a series of videos that is just a rehash of what everyone else has done before. I want to be able to bring something that is at least reflective of my own point of view when I do it, and that type of thing takes time and development. And so I'm doing a lot of writing, but I haven't actually gotten into the production of it. But thanks for the kick in the pants and for the encouragement. And thank you for doing a video response. I love this, and thank you very much. And thanks for the kind words about my animation, and I look forward to seeing some of yours. Actually, I really don't think I've checked your site, so I'm going to go look and see if you have anything up online. Take care.
That's my job. That's what I do. I don't lose. I win.
Is there no one on this planet to even challenge me?
Maybe you came by to congratulate me on last night's victory.